Welcome back to the 2025 USAFL National Tournament. We're live on AussieRulesUSA.com from Tucson, Arizona, the Kino Sports Center, South Fields. We are witnessing the coin toss here in the lead up to the men's Division II Grand Final between the Seattle Grizzlies and the San Diego Lions. Joining me now is Jason Becker. I'm Dan Starbacher. Jason, welcome. We don't do this without you. Of course, let's take a quick trip through the journey these sides have been through to get here. Seattle Grizzlies, the winner of Pool A, with wins over Baltimore and the LA Dragons. San Diego Lions, winners of Pool B, went through the DC Eagles and Austin Crow reserves to get there. In their prelim games, semifinals for you Americans out there, but prelims for you Aussies, Seattle defeated the LA Dragons in that match, and San Diego defeated the DC Eagles. So top seeds here reach the Grand Final, Division II Grand Final for the men's here. Shortly, a reminder, all players at 4:10 coming to the Coopers Field here for a picture for both the men's photo and women's photo. All players and coaches at 4:10 for that. We're ready for the ball up here on the Coopers Field. Watch AFL scoreboard's empty right now. It won't be, Jason, in 40 minutes. Gives us the signal and we are ready to go. Start your watches for 20 minutes. Division II Grand Final underway. Ruck tap ball slapped forward. Collected on the halfback line for Seattle. Belted forward, ball still in the center square. Slung around, the tackle is paid. He had opportunity, free kick to Seattle. Penetrating kick into forward line. The full forward comes and he marks. That's Saleh Tiebji on the other end of that. Beautiful lead. It was a nice penetrating kick. His lead was perfect. Takes possession about 35 meters out, so will launch from about 40 deep. Oh, he finds a short target that slipped in behind. He sold it extremely well, Tiebji. His football smarts are off the charts. Finds a teammate there. I'll get you a number in a second, a name rather, when I can see the number in a second here. It's 11 for Seattle. Of course, is not on our list, unfortunately. They changed jumpers, so we don't have the accurate name for him. Apologies to his mom, girlfriend, grandma, dad, friends, whoever's watching back home for him. 6 on the board for Seattle. Watch AFL scoreboard 1-0-6 to Seattle. They strike early. San Diego looking to answer here. Rucks go up. Tap is down. Ball's tied up in the middle. Handball gets free though. Seattle has first use. Ball kicked into the forward line. It's ugly, but it doesn't matter. Tiebji on the other end of it again. That is the equation working for Seattle at this moment. Tries to fend off the tackler, but ineffective with the hands, so he has tackled. Seattle up to the task. Oh, massive tackle off of San Diego and no contact with the foot, so that is a tackle. A few extracurriculars here.
Getting a little chippy out there.
Tempers flare here in the early part of the first half in the men's Division II Grand Final. Umpire is sorting things out, writing down some numbers, it appears, in his little black book. Seattle's going to have the kick at the end of this after everything's ready.
Could be a harbinger of some administrative activities following this one if he's writing down in his little book.
Jim Martin, and that has your name all over it if there's something to review there.
Now they've paid something down the field.
Oh, downfield, go on the other direction.
So in favor of San Diego. be right at the top of the 50 arc. See what they try to design and devise from here.
77 for San Diego is going to have the kick. That's Jeffrey Robinson just outside 50. He targets inside 50. We got a lead from the full forward. Seattle collects the ball by hand and kicks out. Rebound is underway. And a punch from San Diego. They've got numbers at the football and collect it. Ineffectively, however, Seattle spins out of the back.
Get there, Ryan.
But right to San Diego, collected along the midlines. Kick is away, and a relatively easy intercept mark taken there by Seattle. No switch of play. They come right back to the traffic side, but do find space here with 11. Again, apologies, don't have a name for him. He starts to come inboard a bit. Big full forward target for Seattle, 57. That's Curtis. He was a big target for them in the game we saw earlier.
Good forward pressure.
Little fumble, yes, excellent forward pressure. Little fumble by San Diego. That's account of that pressure. Seattle's able to lock the ball in again. Ball squirts. An immediate tackle applied. The pressure is hot, but it was high. It was high, so Seattle's going to have a free kick here. Unfortunate there, the pressure was good. He was right there when he took possession. And numbers not, Aaron Eaton, apologies, right there when Eaton took possession, but took Eaton high. He's going to have a shot at goal.
Well, that sounded good. The goal umpire did not move. That's another goal for
Massive
Seattle.
kick from Eaton. Tyebji on the other end of it, at least 10 meters deep off the back of the goal. So Seattle hits the scoreboard again. 2 straight kicks. They're up 2-0-6 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Sorry, 2-0-12 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. To 0-0 for San Diego. What's working for Seattle thus far?
Yeah, credit that one to getting the ball forward and then applying incredible pressure to stop San Diego from getting it out again, and that resulted in a free kick and a beautiful kick for goal.
Well, their points per trip down the field are high right now for Seattle. Tyebji again on an absolutely perfect lead. What a great pickup from the big man.
There's another quick, their tails are up and about. That was Banksy right out of the middle again, and a huge pickup by Saleh with the clean hands.
Tyebji showing his class there. Head over the football for big men to be able to play that well on the ground. He's extremely talented, and the strategy that the Seattle coach is using to have Tyebji up at the forward and being the leading target is working.
And there he is again.
Could have gotten an arm chop, but it was spoiled. He nearly took the mark, Tyebji did, but spoiled there by San Diego. And now they're moving by foot.
Running it through by hands. This is nice. Maybe broken a line, trying to get the ball past half forward. And now deep into forward. Little one-on-one contest up there. And it's knocked through for a behind.
So well done. Very fast rebounding there from San Diego. I think that might be what they're going to have to do. They're probably giving up a little height at some of their key positions up and down the ground. Seattle's got an incredibly tall side through their key positions. Seattle will have the kick out here after that rebound by San Diego and the buildup. That was fast.
So you have Seattle with most of the play, but don't underestimate the Lions' ability to get the ball back quickly.
You can win a lot of football games by opportunistic rebounds and striking extremely quickly. There's a preservation of energy, but you use it and uncork it when you need it. 32 for San Diego on the far side. That's Connor Ross turning and gaining some meters up on the far boundary.
Banksy again, right through the center square.
Banks
looking
collects the ball, and he's into full forward. Curtis, fumbles one there. It was a great lead from Curtis. Fumbles a little bit. Tyebji on the other end. Good contest by the defender. The two talls for Seattle combining here. Shepard's handballs, ball pickups. Big flop from the San Diego defender. Desperation to try to get fingertips to that, but he's coming up smelling grass and empty air, unfortunately. With Seattle slotting another, that ball rips through. What great work by the two big forwards, Curtis and Tyebji.
Yeah, the first mark was spilled, but it didn't matter. The crumb was there, and the next kick was there, and then Saleh on the left foot this time. And you'd said before about a big guy being able to play below his knees. How about for, I mean this in the nicest possible way, someone of his advanced years, still doing it.
Yeah, he'd admit he's at the twilight of his career, but man, he's still a massive talent doing it in the grand final. Watch AFL scoreboard 3-1-19. It's all Seattle Grizzlies at this point to 0-1 San Diego. We know they're a well-coached side, Jason. We know Justin Valley, JV with San Diego, a veteran of the Revolution program and a Revolution coach, has this team well drilled, but they're coming up against a Seattle side where they don't have a lot of answers right now.
No, San Diego fortunate just now to get a free kick, and now the ball is going the other direction.
Oh, nice clearing of space there from Stephen Loper. Still in the forward line for Seattle. Nice pressure. Umpire whistles. We're not sure what. He has called a free kick. Not exactly sure why. Couldn't see his signal. The tackle looked okay, albeit maybe a little late, unless he got him high.
This is what Seattle did the last time we saw them play, was try to work it around the boundary. Nice possessions. Try to find the uncontested mark if they can. That one happened to go out of bounds for a reset.
We're going to have a boundary throw here on the far side. Ball's in the air. The ruckmen go for the tap. Collected around the back from San Diego. Now the forward 50 entry off the boot. Seattle collects. San Diego has numbers at the contest right now, but they end up giving it away. Unfortunate there. They had the numbers. Kind of a silly penalty to give up. They didn't need to do it. So they come out wide to Banks, do Seattle, right on the boundary here. He stays to the boundary and finds Tyebji. Best leads of the day from Tyebji. He's been on the other end of some marks. Oh, kicks into the mark there. Uncharacteristic miscue from him. San Diego pounces as they're prone to as Lions. Go immediately inboard. That quick rebounding from San Diego on display. Seattle ready for it this time. They might be happy to tie this up because San Diego was looking at the switch of play and changing the point of attack there across the edge of 50.
Yeah, Banksy found Saleh over here on the near wing, and Saleh, like you said, uncharacteristic, just didn't back off the mark far enough, and it got turned around.
3 marks from him on the day. That is some Tom Hawkins stuff, tracking all the way back to the mids and even half back line to help his team build out as a forward. But San Diego here knocking on the door. Be a big effort from this distance. He's not going to make it, so we'll see what the Flyers do. Big fly from Seattle. Is that Justin Valley on the other end of that? What a goal, Justin Valley. That was absolutely incredible. Some extreme agility, and you see what kind of athlete the big man is. Justin Valley, heart and soul of this team. That kick outside 50 doesn't make the distance, but crumbing done by Justin Valley. He's probably the biggest unit on the ground. What an absolute effort from that athlete. Gets San Diego on the board. I'm surprised the guys didn't get around him from that. That was absolutely incredible.
Might be the smartest guy on the ground, too. Right where to be and snap the goal.
Yeah, we said it yesterday. Very cerebral about his football. He has a well-drilled side here, and he's keeping him in it, San Diego. Great goal for Justin. So the Watch AFL scoreboard 3-1-19. Seattle leads San Diego 1-1-7. Reminder to all players here at 410 for the women's and men's teams photos for all the players and coaches. Ruck tap goes up, rucks fly, ball comes straight down as they tangle in the air. Squirts out the back for Seattle. It favors them right now. Is that Banks? Yes, distributing. Has a target here on the boundary. Overkicks him ever so slightly, so a contest on the ground. 2 hard bodies go in it. Seattle collects on the ground. Banks there. Collects, kicks, snaps, ball on the ground, handball. They're connecting by hand. Seattle through Tyebji. Banks again, 3rd possession on the sequence, gets clipped on the side for the ball in flight. San Diego able to collect it, but immediately put upon by Seattle. Nice build-up here right in front of us, Jason, and then they tie it up in the forward 50.
Yeah, Banksy doing it again, just putting the ball right on his teammates' hands, leading right to him.
Seattle's ruck boxed out the space. It dropped right behind him to Seattle's advantage, and it did exactly what the playbook said. They collected behind the pack, throw the ball to boot, and they get a snap goal. Quick answer here to the San Diego goal. Seattle hits the scoreboard again.
Quick snap, round the corner, rolled right through, straight as an arrow.
So on AussieRulesUSA.com here, the Watch AFL scoreboard, 4-1-25 to 1-1-7. Seattle leads San Diego. Big thanks to Tasmania, and the afternoon's heating up. The footy action here is heating up as well. Go get yourself a sparkling wine, cold sparkling wine in the beer tent. Enjoy these finals. This is the Division II men's decider. Saleh Tyebji again. Jason, I don't get tired of saying his name because he keeps doing great things.
Oh, and that took 10 seconds out of the goal square, if that.
Look at the distance covered, 60 meters gained, Tyebji on the other end of it. So right off of the tat, Seattle bangs it forward. Great target on the end, and Tyebji straight as an arrow, and he's cheering loudly. His teammates are getting around him.
Seattle's up and about, and we've talked about Saleh's played most of his career in the half-back line. He's just been so good at reading the flight of the ball, reading the play. He's doing that now, rewarded at the forward end. He just saw exactly where that ball was going.
His fifth mark, and is that his third goal now for Seattle. Making his coach look like a genius using him in the forward line in this configuration here. They got two talls up there. That has to be an absolute nightmare from San Diego. Looks like they're zoning against Seattle's forward line. That means Seattle's got another one free somewhere.
Yep, he's making us look pretty smart too.
Ruck tap. And of course, Banks on the other end of that. Boy, he's getting leather poisoning. As much footy as he had. He covers a lot of ground too, really good pace. We know he's a good leaper from some of his efforts early. He did not have the ball there. It was 11. That's one of the ones we don't have a number for, unfortunately, for Seattle. He's been in the mix quite a bit. We'd love to give him credit.
I think they've gone to a clash kit, you know, the white jumpers instead of the dark ones, and not every number matches up from what we have on our sheet.
Yeah, unfortunately not, but another set shot on goal here. It's going to be a big ride. He's got to give it from this distance. He looks like he's got the distance. Is it accurate enough? Goal umpire. Oh, just
faded at the end.
Faded right at the end, unfortunately, for a behind. So watch AFL scoreboard now reading 5-2-32 for Seattle. San Diego looking up the guts here, found some space in and amongst the talls for Seattle. They go out to the far boundary. Banksy collects, lateral plays, moving 90 degrees was the way he was facing, finds one of his talls. Seattle around the back, moves the ball by hand and then by foot. One if by land, two if by sea, one if by hand, one if by foot. Seattle's done it both ways here, but their preferred mode of contact is just there. They are moving the ball in the air to the advantage of their talls.
Talls is right out of the forests of Seattle. I don't know where they find these guys or grow them, but
Aiden Curtis, I think probably the tallest guy on the ground, and he's about a head or shoulder height taller than his direct opponent. Takes a big grab there.
And again, the service just hit him right in the hands.
He's fairly new to the game, and inaccuracy plagued him a little bit yesterday. Chatting with some folks last night that are familiar with the Seattle side. It plagues him again there, but holy smokes, watch out. If he straightens his kick out over in the offseason, he is going to be a force to reckon with the Seattle forward line. They're doing everything they want to right now. Seattle targeting those talls up in the forward space, and they've cleared a lot of it for Tyebji and Curtis to work in.
Yep, now San Diego's trying to bring it out, but into the breeze that's starting to pick up as our team sheets roll across the broadcast here.
Breeze west to east right now, so breeze out of the west in San Diego's face. Despite that, they are moving the ball forward. That was Loper again receiving the ball here on the half forward line. A whistle. Somebody was held. Looks like the call went against Justin Valley, even though he was pleading for. Nope, it is his kick.
Yeah, it's not the way the umpire pointed at first.
Signaled the other direction. Now we get the signal, the appropriate signal. So that is Justin Valley's kick. We know he's got the leg for this. He's a big, strong guy.
Again, fighting the breeze, so we'll see where he puts this one. He's got a wonderful motion in his kick, wonderful routine.
Right on cue, the wind picks up. You're hearing the whistle in our mics a little bit. Hangs that ball up in the air, so it drifts right into the forward pocket. A mark taken. What gets awarded? It looked like a couple people had a bite at opposite sides of the cherry there and met in the middle.
The wind really is whipping up now.
It was Lady in the Tramp style. So there's a ball up there instead.
Get there, Quinn!
Ball squirts back out to center ground. San Diego gets the numbers and they collect. They're back in by foot. Very nice touch on that kick.
Was well weighted and then sprayed to the left pocket.
Extremely nice touch on that from 54, Daniel Lavelle there. To Robinson, extremely well weighted kick. Robinson on the left into the wind, pushes it a bit left of the stick. So this is out on the full, be a kick back in from the back pocket.
Seattle likes to possess it, but with this breeze, there's no reason not to just go long down the line, and that's exactly what they've done.
San Diego ball here. So San Diego showing a ton of resilience across their midlines, being able to push the ball back in. They need to get rewarded for this at some point on the scoreboard, though. Oh, big fly from the fullback. Massive fly from the fullbacks from Seattle. Nearly took that.
Looks like a ball up. I'm guessing about 90 seconds to go, maybe a couple minutes.
That was Max Rennes, had a bad twist earlier. We were worried he might have been done for the day with a twist in the back.
It was a good run through.
Nice run through and pick up. Snap just over for a behind for San Diego. So we go to the Watch AFL scoreboard, now reading 5-3-33 to 1-2-8. San Diego threatening here. They want to get back in this match, of course. They've steadied, though, a couple quick goals for Seattle, but we've spent the last few minutes up on this end of the ground. San Diego has.
I don't know if they scored the last point. I don't see any activity on the scoreboard over there.
Mark.
Guess who?
Yeah. There's Banksy again. He's not one of the talls we kept talking about, but gosh, he knows to get in the right position. He's a good leaper, so he's a very good overhead. He's a great player on the ground with his pace and ball use.
And he never stops. He's always around it.
We'd love to see the satellite tracker on him for the number of meters he's covered in this game.
There he is on cue, just missing a tackle and then getting back into
Intercept
position.
mark here for Seattle across the halfback line. He's thinking about switching and does. The south foot switches, but ineffectively. They're not going to get to that. That's going to roll over the line. That was intended for Ortel.
Wasn't the contact he meant, but it was the right idea.
Switch of play, probably could have broken that free. Ball rolls over the line. It's going to be a boundary throw. Great result for San Diego.
Can't be but a handful of seconds left.
San Diego can win this tap and get going forward. There's maybe an opportunity to score before half, but no. They did 2/3 of what we needed to, just not fast enough. And so that ends the first half here of the Men's Division II Grand Final. 2025 USAFL National Tournament from Tucson, Arizona. Men's D2 Grand Final, very exciting to this point. Jason, Seattle, better bit of play. Justin Valley, maybe the lone bright spot for San Diego, hitting the scoreboard on an absolutely incredible goal of the year caliber effort from him. 1-2-8 is San Diego, but led by Seattle 5-3-33 on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, incredible link-ups by Seattle. That's the game that they've played. It didn't help them the last game we saw in the first half, but they stuck to that plan and ended up on top. And that plan has just continued to work here in the first half of this grand final.
Well, we're gonna let the teams go and have a chat with their coaches, make adjustments for halftime. We're gonna take a break here and hear from one of our sponsors briefly. Thanks for joining us here on AussieReelsUSA.com for the Men's Division II Grand Final at the 2025 USAFL National Tournament. Welcome back here to Tucson, Arizona in the 2025 USAFL National Tournament from the Kino Sports Complex. We are the South Fields here at Kino. Absolutely gorgeous facility. Thanks to Tucson for hosting us here at this facility. They've done an awesome job setting up the backdrop of the Santa Catalina Mountains. I hope they leave those up after we leave, Jason. It's been absolutely a treat staring at those in the background of the footy. Big match here, Division II Grand Final, just coming out of halftime between the Seattle Grizzlies and the San Diego Lions. Those are big-bodied animals, fierce fighters, and we've seen nothing less on the field today. Some big collisions, some scrappy play. Seattle at the front, however, on the Watch AFL scoreboard, 5-3-33 to 1-2-8, the first half score. What are we going to see in the second half here, Jason?
Well, I think there's nothing a Lion would like better than a 2-goal breeze, and that's what they've got. So we'll see if they can take advantage of that as they've changed directions here for the second half in this grand final.
Now San Diego looking to show a bit of pride here in the second half, using that goal, that 2-goal breeze at their backs. They get first use to the football here off the ruck. Seattle pounces on the ball. Is able to dig it out by hands. Menacing tackle applied there. Oh, slipped just a little bit high. So it'll be a free kick for Rennie.
Oh, they move it right to Solly again. He just knows where to be. He reads the flight so well. He's taking another mark right over his head.
So smart from Rennie, the captain. No worse for the wear of that back injury we saw him sustain earlier. And on the other end of it, Taibbi, at least his 5th mark of the day. He's going to have another set shot. This may test his distance here, particularly against the wind.
Seattle's got a game plan. You can just see it. And they share it. They're patient. They find their targets. And it's really working for them at the moment.
Not the rotation he would have wanted to have seen. So Curtis has a leap at it, but 2 defenders from Seattle see that over the line. You're right, Jason. Seattle's strategy, and it was on display in the first half. Play to your strengths. Use your talls. They cleared out the forward line to let Taibbi and Curtis work. And boy, did they go to work.
They sure did. We saw one game where the shots weren't falling for them at first, but they just stuck with the plan, and that's exactly what they do.
Boundary throw falls to no one in particular. It's tied up. The umpire says he'll have it for another go. We're going to do a ball up here. Seattle brings in 88. Arn Landbo. What a tall unit he is. Good soil. Plenty of water out there in the Pacific Northwest.
Umpires picked out a free over there.
Feeding this tall timber on the Seattle side. So free kick to the San Diego Lions in that far back pocket right in front of the beer garden. Oh, his drop slipped out of his hand just as he tried to kick it. It was effective enough in the end. But the Seattle defender gets there to punch it off the boundary. Somebody's going to have to put their beer down in the beer garden to fetch the ball and collect it, which they've done.
Yeah, that was about an $8 crime. You could see what he was trying to do. It just slipped out of his hand.
Boundary throw here. Rucks tap. San Diego moving the ball forward. Nice quick release there. Justin Valley on the other end of it. We know he knows how to lead. His timing's impeccable. He's done that his whole career. San Diego still working forward, but getting harassed, absolutely harassed by Seattle at this point.
Ball up.
Umpire says he'll have it. Great work by, I'll tell you in a second when I get the number, 32 for Seattle there. Great work by, well, of course we don't have that number. They flipped their jumpers inside out to get their clash strips on. Don't have that name. And I know this is another one don't have here, but Chase out here on the side from Elton. Big kick inside to the tall forward Curtis. Handballs forward. Oh, that was clever.
That's just class.
So clever.
You could see what they did from the half back line. They said, if I get my hands on it, I'm doing 45 wide. They get it out there, gain some meters, break the line, bring it right back in on the 45. Extra hand pass and right to the pickleball court.
You're spot on, Jason. I think when Seattle goes back to watch this game, they're gonna say, boy, we did exactly what we talked about, and you can see it on display. They're well drilled. They're getting exactly what they need, and it's resulting in points on the Watch AFL scoreboard, which now reads 6-3-39 to 1-2-8. They lead the San Diego Lions.
It's almost like they're reading each other's minds. They just know where each other's going to be.
Rucks fly, ball in dispute on the ground. Seattle picks it up here, but it's tied up. Ferocious tackling by the San Diego Lions. They're showing that Lion pride. Nothing's going to be easy, but a little bit more class coming from Seattle at this point.
See what you did there.
Rucks fly again. San Diego collects along the back, under pressure, kicks away, torpedoes up into the forward line, rolls just out where the 50-meter arc meets the boundary. We'll have a boundary throw.
Yep, he had the right idea, just around the corner, kind of an accidental spiral, so it just went a little bit wide on him.
Still a very positive result. Meters gained for San Diego. They're up near their forward line. The trick now is to lock it in. San Diego sets their shape. The rucks go up. Ball's in dispute. Squirts to San Diego. Shot on goal coming. That's Curtis Bielski. Ball slides right. Just right of the sticks. Great job by Curtis. It was a spin to free himself up after the ball in dispute after the ruck tap was tapped his direction.
Yeah, Seattle won the tap and he sharked it.
He found that lane in the forward 50 right up the guts. Ball just came a little bit off the side of his boot, and so we have a Seattle kick in instead. Fullback for Seattle runs his measure and releases, trying to kick over the line. Seattle's on the other end of it with a mark.
That's what they do.
They're going to work up that right boundary. That's a very familiar pattern for them. That far side boundary, shoulder to shoulder ball stays in bounds. No players collect it. They collected each other. Another big bump.
They're still moving it forward. They would have been happy with a reset there, and they just keep moving it forward. So this is from the
Jeff Robinson.
What a great mark over there.
Jeff Robinson doing work for San Diego. A couple of big bumps there, but the flying leap right in front of the beer garden.
That's Hayden Curtis.
The big man got some serious air to bring that down. What a treat. Hope everybody's got a cold one in their hands over in the Tasmanian Cooper's beer garden there.
Oh, Solly was the meat and the sandwich on that one, and the San Diego defenders looked like those two dogs eating spaghetti.
Banks fearless there, throwing himself into that contest. Ball squirts out, but it's 1-on-2 San Diego, and Seattle comes away with it. They're going back forward again. Good fly. Collects his own.
Look at that.
Bang, bang, bang. Absolute crunching tackles. Ferocious defense from San Diego. Must have gotten him high because a free kick awarded. Unlucky for San Diego as the tackling was ferocious.
And again, Seattle from the center square with the orange boots just kicking it right down to a teammate with good hands, spin around, get it to Banksy, who then just got crunched. But
so Banks will have a shot here. What you're seeing on display is forward 50 and scoreboard pressure from Seattle, tackling pressure from San Diego. Seattle's absorbing it, and they're still getting opportunities, which is why they're ahead.
Andrew Donlan's game plan is really, really clear. It's really working for them.
Somebody, Seattle targeting the short option. Banksy thinks he's got the distance, though. Gives it an absolute roost.
Oh, they're getting around each other, too.
He doesn't have an enormous amount of height, but he's a leaper, leaps into his teammate's arms there.
I don't know where he has the energy to pat himself on the back.
Well, he's just scored a goal and extended the lead and might have put this game out of question. Watch AFL scoreboard now, 7-3. Getting the update. 45 should be 7-3-45 to 1-3-9. Seattle leading. They're getting it done just how they like to. Through their talls, getting the work done on the ground.
Really impressive. And what breeze we talked about at the start of the half has completely died. So there's zero wind to speak of at the moment.
Flags are dead still, so you're going to need that sparkling Tasmanian wine in the beer garden to stay cool because the breeze isn't going to help you.
Good.
Tied up here after the ruck tap. And so the minutes tick on in this men's Division II grand final. You're watching here on AussieRulesUSA.com.
Oh, what a crunching run through. And there's Banksy again. First one to it when he sees it free on the ground.
Soccer's at forward, gains about 30 meters on that, which allows his teammate for the tackle. Clever play. He just knocked the ball forward, did Banksy, so his teammate had an opportunity to apply pressure.
Again, that forward pressure we talked about before. The forwards are not lazy. They're up there stopping anything from coming out. Here we go in again.
Short kick targeted Tyebji on the lead, of course, and he marks again.
They just find each other so well.
He's a good leaper. He made an absolute career with the Revolution on the halfback line. Took a record number of marks in that tournament as a halfback, intercept marks.
Really Solly, I think he should be tired, but he's probably not, but he's pretending that he is so that he can take his time and soak up some clock.
Seattle's starting to savor this a little bit. They can add to their tally here. The recipe has worked thus far.
Didn't connect with that one the way he
Pushes
wanted.
that one left a little bit. He thought about it a little too much, probably a little too relaxed in his run-up. Needed the normal intensity he brings to that. So the behind adds 1 to their tally. And reading now on the Watch AFL scoreboard, 7-4-46. They lead the San Diego Lions. Oh, big fly. Big fly from Rennie at the back of the pack. Ball spills to the ground. Looks like we're going to have a free kick for San Diego. Lions slow to expand. We talk about that accordion shape. You want to expand quickly. Oh, no, and it's off the side of the boot. Unfortunate there, and it's right back down the throats of the San Diego defense.
He was trying to go wide to JV there, and probably what he needs to do is just go right down Main Street. And there's another easy goal for Seattle. That hurts.
So Curtis gets one there, the quick turn for the big man, and he made sure of it. A little bit of the story for San Diego. They work so hard on the ground, but unfortunately the ball has been getting right back to Seattle, either with an intercept mark or their hard work to rebound. And that's the nature of the game. You give and take. It's a battle at times. You concede territory, but not goals. And what you want to do is expand quickly in transition. Seattle's done that really well today. You saw it on display there with the goal by Curtis.
San Diego, with a lot of pride, are going to try to go down Main Street.
Nice intercept mark there at the back of the pack.
Now
that was Matt Zappel again. We've called his name a few times. He is a very, very tall fullback.
You can see they've changed their style. Just try to do some kick-to-kick, some possession game.
Switch of play and then switch back.
Just all open to open.
Seattle.
Forcing San Diego to come press. Otherwise, they're just going to kick it around to each other.
3-4 possessions, accurate kicks around the back for Seattle. A little bit of touch there. It ends up short. Now the ball on the ground. They're going to actually have to go this time. Handballs backwards into safety.
So they're just
coming
playing
around the back.
Just playing keep away.
They're well schooled, able to transition the ball to the near side, back to the far side, to the near side again. Now they've found their opening forward. Expect this ball to move forward.
Wide open down the wing.
Well, it was cut off. That's coming right to the tent.
Yep.
Splashes a little of water off the top of the tent that's been hanging out since the overnight dew collected. San Diego on the free kick here.
At least you got your first touch of the day, Dan.
First shower of the day, too. That is correct. Golson tried to take that kick here. Accurately redirected.
He's going to get it anyway.
Nemirov's got to take that, but gets handballed to Golson. Big kick over the pack. Ball on the ground. Quick, clever little handballs there. Oh, what a goal. Did he get foot to that ball? No, he did not. It was touched by hand.
There's a race between a toe and a fingertip, and I think the fingertip was last to touch.
Just barely. A pair of desperate players, a forward and a defender there, trying to get just boot to ball or hand to ball before that crosses the line.
Just a battle of the tiny phalanges.
Tip of the toes, tip of the fingers. Anatomy lesson courtesy of Jason Becker.
That's all I know from watching Friends.
And here we are again, Seattle building out the far side. That's been the favored side most of this weekend, actually, the build-up on the far side. Again, much to the delight of all the spectators. They're right up the guts there of the Kino Sports Park. Tons of team tents, the beer garden filling up on that side as well.
Yeah, they get more cheers over there now this time of day.
Everybody in the tent there enjoying the Tasmanian sparkling wines and the melodic sounds of our voices coming through the speakers.
Yep, and they're happy to watch the footy and give all the advice that comes to their minds with the liquid courage that they're consuming over there.
Boundary throw from the umpires. Ruckman go up. San Diego collects off the back of the pack. Robinson doing good work on the ground for San Diego. Nice tackle applied there by Loper. Not letting Seattle loose that time. Great stuff by Loper. He earned himself a free kick because of it. Or did he? Nope, umpire asked for it. No opportunity, so we have a ball up.
Seattle happy to just tie it up.
That should be a free kick, and it is. It's awarded. San Diego ruck was boxed out of that with really no attempt by the Seattle ruck to play the ball. So we'll see a forward 50 entry here. We want to see that big penetrating kick again, although not to the advantage of the Seattle defensive talls.
Good hands.
Nicely done. Justin Valley such a clever footballer, and he's got the athleticism to execute in so many different ways. Absolute heroic goal in the first half.
Never needs 2 bites on a mark.
No, he's got extremely soft hands, puts his dukes on this one. He's going to have a shot on goal. It's a good kick away, and that looks absolutely perfect from Justin Valley. His name's going to be on the scorecard for the 2 goals for San Diego when you look at the box score tomorrow. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Seattle narrows the gap a little bit here via Justin Valley's mark and boot from the far side right in front of the flags. They're kicking 2-4-16 now, San Diego, trailing Seattle in this contest 8-4-52.
San Diego got the free kick, and then JV with the straight lead and the perfect delivery, perfect hands, and he said he could just kick it from any angle.
He's so clever, Jason, isn't he? He just has a nose for where the open space is. He got there on the lead and took a nice mark.
We've seen him do that in the midfield as well.
Without the ball here, it's going to be a Seattle kick. He was tackled without it, so holding signals the umpire.
There's a big lead from the goal scorer. He's actually overshot him.
Too far for Curtis. San Diego quick to mop up behind, but it's going to be a contest here. Intercept mark, maybe 1, 2, 3 bites at it.
That still counts as a mark.
Does 32, whose number we don't have. I'm sorry. Credit will go uncredited. Carl McGough, thank you.
And he's taking his sweet time as well. No reason not to. Probably about 5 minutes left in this contest.
McGough fancies himself from this distance. It'll be released from probably 55 out. It'd be a thumping kick if he can make it.
He didn't quite hit it right. Got the accidental spiral. Yep.
Maybe he's got that confidence with a pair of forwards in Curtis and Taibbi manning that forward line all day, but this one rolls over the line for a boundary throw down in the pocket.
They'll take the reset in the forward pocket. Here it comes in.
Big thanks to Tasmania for their continued partnership and sponsorship of the USAFL. Fun fact here, the Blundstone boots, which are made in Tasmania, of course, were worn by Australian soldiers during World War II, and so popular and durable, the American troops asked to swap their own boots for them. So a little Aussie-US connection there.
San Diego trying to get it out.
The only boots that matter today are the footy boots, and Seattle has gotten it done with theirs, targeting their big forwards all day, and it's been so effective. 33 here for San Diego. David Bridges curling around the back of the pack. That forward 50 entry. But it's going to be a San Diego kick, a free kick here. Got
some contact after that delivery.
Correct.
So they've reversed the direction of play.
Roughed up a little after the play was Loper. Spoil here with numbers.
Perfectly crumbed by Banksy.
Plays up the boundary to Elton. He's done well tracking down some balls here on the half-forward flank in front of the broadcast side. Taibbi 1-on-2. Ball squirts away. San Diego with the rebound out the other side. Seattle's got it covered, though. San Diego dives for the ball, doesn't come up with it. Seattle, even numbers with San Diego, so they kick away. No handball options.
Usually when you switch in the back line, you've at least got one-on-one, and it's still, like you said, they had it covered. Seattle had 2-on-1.
A big releasing handball. Doesn't quite come off. San Diego was ready for it. Arm burner across the ground.
Now they go down the middle.
With numbers. Can they run with pace? Can they go with numbers? San Diego here. They pick it up. There are 0 options. It's 1-on-3. He's tackled, but Justin Valley makes it eventually.
There's no other Lions out there, no options to go to.
So the legs giving out for San Diego.
JV did well to get there, get his hands on it cleanly, but just did not have an option coming through. Here we go again.
San Diego has the numbers now, mostly because they were lagging behind the play, but a quick rebound off the halfback. Gutsy tackle, though, by Robbie Hyde of Seattle. Well done to Hyde. He was 1-on-3, and they were away, the San Diego Lions, with not much opposition left to stand in their way. Hyde saves probably a goal with that tackle.
Justin Valley thought he got a hand to it, but with respect to the umpire, no
Hyde
complaints.
takes his time.
And they're just
lateral kick, and the switch is going to go around the back again.
Just going to tap it around again.
Seattle working backwards. taking their time here with the switch. They're finding their openings as they want to around the back pockets, conceding a little space in favor of eating up more of the clock.
And that's what they've done. Anytime they've gotten the ball, they just spread and use the space to their advantage. And
They go inboard here to Rennie on the halfback line.
This one's going to Banksy.
Rennie, Banks flies. Doesn't quite come down with it. San Diego's had numbers there, 3-on-2. They go out to the far boundary. Not to advantage, unfortunately. Ball hung in the air too long, and everybody arrived. Pack forms underneath. San Diego comes with it out the backside. They target the inboard kick. Rennie collecting here, goes to the left. This one's going to just hit the line.
I think McEnroe would say chalk blew up.
So we'll have a boundary throw on this side. Play switched incredibly quickly.
Probably about a minute to go in this one.
Rennie's been incredible for them today. Setting up a lot of play with his run off the halfback line and intercepts. Umpire says, let's get going.
They're arguing about whether it was on the full, but it was pretty clearly in bounds.
And the Rucks go in. Oh, a missed punch, swing and a miss. Looked like a prize fighter taking a full swing at that. No contact made.
There's just no quit in either of these teams.
A little bit of a spoil there around the front. San Diego collects, though. High flying ball. It's going to be over both the defender and the offender's head. Handball backwards. Seattle firmly in possession now. Big kick to the boundary. None of it will matter. The damage has already been done. Seattle Grizzlies will run out winners here today in the Division II Men's Grand Final on the Coopers Field. 2025 USAFL National Tournament, Division II Grand Final. Seattle Grizzlies on the Watch AFL scoreboard, 8-4-52 to San Diego 2-4-16.
What can you say, Dan? You could tell what they wanted to do, and they did exactly what they wanted to do, and they should be very happy with themselves.
Hard contest. San Diego obviously well drilled, just a little bit outclassed. And even as we look around the ground right now, Jason, you see the height advantage of the Seattle side, and they used it to their advantage extremely well. Their play structure, moving the ball forward, the way they targeted their forwards and cleared out space, especially for Tyebji and Curtis today, was extremely effective. San Diego doing the best they can to squelch those efforts, but in the end, too much.
Some great individual performances, but really it was a lot of players involved, a lot of players finding each other. Super game plan, so well executed.
So as the beer garden fills up on the far side, more players and teams done for the day. I'll give one last reminder for players and coaches here at 4:10 for the all-tournament photos, all the women's teams for the women's photos, the men's for the men's photos, of course. We're going to take a break and hear from one of our sponsors in a moment. Thanks for joining us here on AussieReelsUSA.com for the 2025 USAFL National Tournament. We'll have the Division I Men's Grand Final coming up next. New York Magpies and the Austin Crows. Should be an absolute ripper. We've seen two good ones already. We got two more left here on the Coopers Field. Come back and join us shortly.